Hello, friends and neighbors. Swagman Piper 1926 here. Excuse me. Little knuckle shot. How's that for you? It's probably going to be a Mirth Tuesday because it's almost midnight on Monday. This day has been nothing but a turd to punch bowl. Well, that's overreacting on my part. More about that later. I'll make a video if it all works out tomorrow. Give you the rundown of my awesome day today. Well, hell, I'll just tell you now. So, where my wife works at, the school, the guy who they have to come and cut the grass just wasn't on it or something, I guess. And was running their big tractor and ended up shooting rocks toward cars. Well, my wife's car was one of them that got hit. So, which, the school's going to pay for it, make it right. It's fine, whatever, fine. But what was under the understanding of going to be, a school day, drive it to that morning, let them run over there and they fix it and bring it back, is possibly going to take a couple days, possibly a week to get everybody through. Don't know who's when, what's what. So she needs another, or we need to use a different vehicle. Oh, incidentally, smoking my little lightly bent bulldog. No name I want to say. Some Stonehenge right? I think that's right. Stonehenge, Stone something. It's flake tobacco that I got from picking and piping. Stone something. GLPs maybe. Sounds right. I don't have anything in front of me. So, we'll go and I'm sorry, we'll step back a minute. So, I'm talking to her uncle. Ended up making a trade. And a couple of things he wanted, and he had an old 97 Suburban. Fairly solid, 4-wheel drive. Lots of room. Good grief, I didn't realize how big it was. But we need this vehicle so she can go back and forth to school, and I would have had something to drive back and forth to work, short us a work van, and everybody's happy. Well, in theory, started out real good this morning. Went to the courthouse to switch over titles, or to switch a title in my name. He wasn't with me because he works 24-hour shifts. Or, I think that's right, 24. Might be 12s. Yeah, we'll say 12s. And, well, he didn't have it, notarized. He had to have it notarized. Well, he didn't do that. So that's strike one against. Okay. I tracked down a notary that I know. I said, "Do you care to help me out? I know this is irregular how it happens, blah, 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 blah." And he said, "Yeah, sure, I'll help you out." So his notary puts his stamp on all that good stuff. And so I finally take it back. Or get back there. Keep in mind now, I had to go back and forth about an hour's or more worth of drive time. Oh, did I mention I had to take my son to the doctor today? Be there at 1 o'clock, right? So by this time, it was about, me driving to where I was supposed to meet him was about 9:30. He said he'd be there about 10. So I get there a little bit, about 9:30-ish, going with him. And I wait, And he shows up about 10, 15 minutes after 10, which is, he's doing me a favor, so no worries. And he signs it, puts his stamp on, and I drive back. And my wife wrote the mileage down on the paper. Well, then marked it off because she put down the wrong thing. Well, you can't do that. And the lady said, "Well, I can't take it." I said, "Why not?" She said, "Because of the mileage. I don't switch vehicles around enough to pay attention to everything." The mileage. Okay. She said, "This was just done, wasn't it?" He had it, her uncle had it put in his name not too long ago. I said, "Yeah, it hasn't been that long." "Well, I shouldn't take it, but I will this time." And she showed it to another lady, and she just kind of shook her head, and the noggins rattled in rightness, and by the act of God, they took it and switched the title. It's now a little after 11. So I get in contact with my mother. I said, "I need you to come pick me up because I've got to drop Caleb's car off." My wife. "Okay, so, meet you here, fine, and you can follow me there, fine." Okay, so we do that. We switch vehicles. she gives me a ride down to the DMV. Now, our local DMV here has had some troubles. That I guess a bunch of ladies quit. I'm assuming because whoever had took it over was not good to work for, is the way I heard it. So, but whoever had it prior had gotten it back. Okay, fine. So I said, Mom, run me over there, please. And while I'm there, please go get Russell so he's not late on his appointment. Well, I should have known that the moment she leaves is the moment I'm going to be in and out of that place. Never in my entire life have I ever been in and out of the DMV faster than that moment. Ever. Wasn't even 10 minutes. Normally you're still sitting at 10 minutes. But that's done. She goes, picks up Russell. She comes back, she picks up me. And her and my grandmother offered to run us down to the doctor's office. Cool. Getting there. Don't know where I'm going. Because I didn't have a room number. Because the doctor's in the hospital. Didn't have a room number. Don't know where I'm going. Great. So I was told it's on the 3rd floor. Go up to the 3rd floor. Well, that's labor and delivery. Okay, well, I'm not in the right spot. So we go up to the 5th floor for where he was whenever he was in the hospital. And I say, oh, well, you need to go on the other side of the hospital. And, they can direct you from there. Great. So we go back down. We go back around. He goes and sees the doctor. The doctor assumes he has a skin problem. So they give him this big, it's an allergy test. Did not know that was happening. Did not anticipate for it. They had him take his shirt off. They stick him so many times with these little things. He's screaming. He's crying. The world's ending. They give him a popsicle. Everything's fine. So we're there. He's eating his popsicle. I snag a bite for the dad tax. That's very important, by the way. And finally get out of there. Get back to get the vehicle that I've got the tags and all that stuff for. Switch the tags. Get everything switched over. We're driving down the road. Everything is awesome. Go pick up my wife, my niece. We run the niece home. We say, okay, we're going to run it through the car wash. Good thing, because she's dirty. She sat for a minute. Good idea, baby. Let's run it through the car wash. Run it through the car wash. And this is one of the big automatic, like you have to have a membership to have the supreme plan. Not saying she didn't need it, but doing all that wonderful stuff. And they have automatic, vacuums that don't shut off. So that's part of it, which I get because there's a lot of crap in the floor too. But this wonderfulness, we get it fixed up. Toward the end, we've got all that we can get. Go to get back in the vehicle to drive home. It doesn't start. It doesn't start. Because the fuel pump just decided, after we got it all cleaned up and fixed up, to go out. Happy Monday.